Hi, my name is Steve Lemiston, hydrogeologist and president of Geocentric Environmental. I wanted to walk you through some of our really new and exciting features of our version 2 um, CSM model. I initially kind of started this journey because as a hydrogeologist, trying to explain things in 3D, trying to explain things to clients, to the courts, etc., what I was thinking in my story, and I could never really get there very well. I would always, kind of sketch up something, send it off to a drafting person, and then, getting results back that I didn't like. The other thing is I always wanted something that I could rotate and have in 3D. So I went on this journey using Unity 3D, which is a gaming software with some amazing developers, and came up with this product. We have an initial product that went out as version 1.2, but this new version, version 2, is advanced, and we've kind of listened to some of our clients what they were asking for. So this is the latest and greatest version, which I think is pretty cool, really. So some of the features that I wanted to demonstrate to you today on this video is we have this import terrain function, so you can import a DEM from Esri, QGIS, etc. So you import it as with a sitemap, and it comes in as a three-dimensional layer on top. So now we have real topography that comes in, and like I said, it can be embedded as a geotiff with a sitemap on top of it. So not only terrain, but you're getting the sitemap features as well with roads and buildings and other structures as well. The other thing that we've done is we've got this import GLTF. So this allows you to import other 3D objects from other software. So really what we're trying to do here is import, allow our software to speak to other software outputs such as QGIS. And if you had an object, say in Civil 3D AutoCAD, or some other model asset that you want in 3D, it can be brought in as an FBX, OBJ, or the GLTF. If you ever struggle with bringing one in, we can do it ourselves, and we can help you. So we've been working with Regenesis on a couple of projects. So we have one of their trailers here as an example of what we created for them in terms of some of their models. You can also see maybe from, if others have used the earlier version, we've completely redesigned the interface. So we have all the assets in the asset library on this side, and we're building up more assets as well. So these are all the contaminant sources. It comes in different shapes and sizes and dimensions. The geology, we've got a whole bunch of different geology features as well. Even water shading, fractures, permafrost, some of the other kind of unique geological material types. Landscaping, we've really kind of bumped up the number of assets, including berms, fences, more trees, etc. Mining, we've got a decent set of different mining attributes: pits, retention ponds, waste rock piles, head frames, etc. On the monitoring side, we also have a number of black, green, red, and yellow. So we've been using sort of the green for any parts of the plume that are below detection or below standards, below guidelines, etc. Reds are within the plume, yellows are kind of on the edge. So it's kind of another visual aspect of the model to showcase where plumes are. Just kind of looking at it, in 3D and not looking at sideways or in cross section. For the risk assessors, we've also added a whole bunch of new features that include receptors, toddlers, workers, adults, different bugs and bunnies, etc. And in this model, I've actually included some hawks that are flying overhead, and some deer that are kind of grazing around the pasture. So on the risk assessment side, definitely we've been listening, and you can add different features and different assets. Structures, we have a whole bunch of new structures, including pipes and gas pumps and bridges and roads, etc., and other things. So we've really kind of bumped up the whole asset side of it. And like I said, if you don't have an asset, you can simply import it yourself, and then that comes in as its own asset in the model itself. So it can really speak to other software products out there as well. So if we go into this, which is the basically everything that's in play in terms of the model, you can toggle through the different elements that you've added. Please note that you can change any of these. So, for example, this was in the asset library is called Sands, but you can just toggle on this, and you can change it to function F2, and you can actually rename these. So you can rename monitoring wells, geological layers, etc. And one of the things we've done with that, in terms of the geological layers, is we've added a function where you can look at opacity. So you can kind of reduce it right down so you can see right in. So you can not only with the eye sort of minimize it or reduce it so you can't see it, but you can also add opacity to it or transparencies, and you can kind of look right into the plume or other features that you may want to see. So in this example with the opacity, or just turning things on and off, you can actually look into the different structures that you might have in the model, like plumes or underground workings and things like that. Or you just simply kind of turn them back on, and you can do it that way as well. So that's a pretty cool feature where you can kind of zoom in on plumes and look right in as well. The other feature that we've done is more for just kind of background setting. Is I know some people they like a white setting, so you can kind of change it all the way back to white, or you can kind of toggle all the way into blues and other colors or reds, whatever you desire. So it has a different background setting as well. So we've done that, which is again a pretty cool feature in terms of just general display of things. So it has a much better rotating camera. That's all changed. And you can toggle it with this kind of gizmo, and you can kind of see the upper and lower features as well. So I'm just using my mouse right now, just kind of toggling through, and you can zoom in, zoom out. In terms of the geology as well, sort of standard feature that we had before is you can deform surfaces by hills and valleys. You can kind of see right here. I'm just kind of toggling this through. You can change and deform layers all the way through, and this gives you radius or the amount. So that's standard feature. You can take screenshots. Everything over here is adding new projects, so it kind of toggles as you toggle. You can kind of see what it's all going on. So this is all about the commands on this side, and when you're ready to take a screenshot of your model, you can just take a screenshot. Any assets in play, you can delete objects. Instead of adding a 3D DM, you can also add a sitemap on top as well. So that's just a PNG JPEG file. This is the deformation. So you change the hills and valleys or create different kind of cool structures in the geological layers. We've got a pen function, so you can write on top of the DM or the sitemap. And then we have the changing settings globally. And then this is the opacity as well, based on the geology and some of the mining landscaping assets change that way as well. So that's on the technical side. We're really kind of jazzed about all the different features that we've changed and modified based on our use and your use and feedback that we're getting. In terms of the commercial side, we've got some, again, listening to clients and customers, we have a 30-day trial period, no credit card. You just sort of standard give an email address, and then it's a 30-day no credit card. We have a 60-day beta program as well for others who want to try it a bit longer. And with the 60-day, again, no credit card, just sign up, you get the license. It's a fully functional model. And the intent of the 60 days is, if there's any way we could work together and you could ask questions and we could collaborate a bit. If there's anything that you are looking for that you want added, we can definitely add that to it as well. So we've got the 60-day. In terms of the license is sold concurrently, so if you buy one license, it's kind of like a book. You can kind of share it with others. We're looking at subscription based now instead of perpetual. So subscription, we're looking at $25 a month on the subscription side, and that's per month. But if you go annual, then it reduces. So we feel like it's a modest price for a pretty powerful tool in your toolbox. So thanks again for joining me today. Really look forward to working with you and helping you create awesome three-dimensional CSM models. And again, thank you for your time.